5 minutes to study, but you still feel lost every time you start?
Watch this video and finally know exactly what to practice. Let's go.
Hello, Liam. Today we talk about something important, right?
Hello, Emma. Yes. Today we show you a simple way to improve your English.
That sounds great because I never have time to study. So, what is the 5-minute English challenge, and can it really help someone busy like me?
It is a simple way to practice real English in short moments. And yes, it works because consistency matters more than long study time.
Wow, that sounds interesting. But why do I always feel lost when I try to study English for just a few minutes?
Because you don't know what to practice, so you waste your time deciding instead of actually practicing.
Wow, that is exactly what happens. I open an app and see grammar, vocabulary, listening, and I just get tired.
Exactly. And while you were choosing, your 5 minutes are already gone.
That is so frustrating, right?
Yeah, because the problem is not your English, it's the lack of a clear plan.
So I'm not stuck because I'm bad at English?
No, you are stuck because every time you start, you restart from zero with no direction.
Wow, that hits hard. So how do I fix that?
You fix it by watching this video until the end, and after this, you will know exactly what to practice every single day.
Wow, that already feels easier, right?
Exactly, because clarity saves time and energy.
Wow, so how can I actually use just 5 minutes in a smart way and not waste time trying to decide what to study every day?
You need a simple and fixed routine so you do not spend time thinking or choosing, and instead you go straight into practice with a clear focus.
Do you think it's a good idea to only practice what I actually use every day?
Yes, because focusing on what you really use makes your learning faster, more practical, and easier to apply in real conversations.
That already feels more useful. So what do I do after choosing that situation?
After that, you choose a few short responses that solve that situation in a natural and quick way.
How many responses should I choose so I do not feel overwhelmed?
You should choose around 3 responses because that is enough to create repetition without creating confusion.
Can you give me examples that I can actually use in my daily routine?
Yes, you can use phrases like, "I will send it now, give me a minute," or "I'm already working on it," because these appear all the time.
Wow, I can already see myself using those. So what is the next step after choosing the phrases?
Now, you repeat those phrases out loud a few times, so your brain starts recognizing them as automatic responses.
Why is it so important to say them out loud instead of just reading them silently?
Because speaking activates your brain in a different way and prepares you for real conversations where you need to respond quickly.
So just reading is not enough to build speaking confidence.
Yeah, reading is passive, but speaking creates real action and prepares you for real situations.
That makes sense. So how many times should I repeat each phrase to make it effective?
You should repeat each phrase 3 to 5 times with intention, as if you are already using it in a real conversation.
So I should imagine I'm actually talking to someone while I practice.
Sure, and that leads you to the next step, which is simulating the situation.
So the idea is to create a little pressure, like in real-life conversations?
Exactly, because real conversations do not wait for you to think, so you need to train your reaction speed.
Wow, that is where I usually struggle, because I pause too much before answering.
Yes, and that pause breaks your flow, so the goal here is to reduce that delay as much as possible.
So it is better to answer quickly even if it is not perfect.
Exactly, because speed builds confidence, and confidence improves your fluency over time.
That feels like a big mindset change because I always try to be correct first.
Yes, and that habit slows you down. So now you are training yourself to prioritize communication.
So, after I simulate the situation, what is the final step in those 5 minutes?
The final step is using at least one of those phrases in your real day, so your brain connects practice with real life.
Even if I only use one phrase during the day, that is enough?
Yes, because real usage is what transforms knowledge into skill, and even one use creates progress.
Wow, that sounds much more realistic than trying to study a lot every day.
Exactly, because now your practice is simple, focused, and connected to your routine.
So let me check if I really understood the process clearly.
Go ahead, I want to hear it.
I choose one situation, then I pick a few responses, then I repeat them, then I simulate, and finally I use one in real life.
Exactly. That is your complete 5-minute system, and it removes confusion completely.
Wow, now I finally feel like I know what to do instead of just guessing every time.
Exactly. And that clarity is what allows you to use your time in a much more effective way.
So the real problem was never the lack of time, but the lack of direction, right?
Yeah. Now that you have direction, your 5 minutes become powerful. And now, let me simplify this with real examples you can use today.
That would help a lot because I want to see exactly how this works in real-life situations.
Perfect. So let's start with something very common, like work communication, because this is where most people freeze.
So what should I say when I need to answer quickly at work?
Keep it simple. Say, I will send it now. Give me a minute. Or, I'm finishing it right now.
Wow, that is exactly my daily routine.
Good. And now let's move to another situation, like quick conversations during the day.
You mean small talk, right?
Exactly. So if someone asks you how your day is going, you can just say, pretty busy today. Just working on a few things, or trying to finish some tasks.
That sounds very natural.
Exactly, because these are real answers that people use all the time.
So I do not need to create long sentences.
No, short and natural is always better for real conversations.
That makes it much easier.
Now let's look at another situation when you do not understand something.
Yes, that is where I usually panic. So what should I say when I do not understand something?
Instead of freezing, use simple phrases like, can you repeat that? I didn't catch that. Or, say that again, please.
Wow, that would save me in so many situations.
Exactly, because now you stay in control instead of feeling lost.
So these phrases give me time to think, right?
Yes, and they keep the conversation going, which is the most important thing.
That is really useful. So what about answering messages during the day?
Keep it quick and simple. Use phrases like, I got it, I will check, or I will reply soon.
Yes, I deal with that all day.
So instead of overthinking, you can reply quickly with, I got it, I will check, or I will reply soon, or let me take a look.
Wow, I can use that immediately.
Exactly. And this is how your 5-minute practice connects to your real day.
So everything I practice, I actually use, right?
Exactly. And that is what makes your learning effective.
I like that because it feels practical, not theoretical.
Good. Now let's talk about a slightly different situation, giving your opinion.
Yes, I always hesitate there.
So, keep it simple. You can say, I think this works. I'm not sure about that. Or, that sounds like a good idea.
That feels much easier than trying to explain everything.
Exactly. Because you're not trying to sound perfect, You're trying to participate.
That is a big difference.
Yes, and this is where many learners get stuck. They try to say too much instead of saying something simple.
So, should I focus on reacting faster instead of trying to be perfect?
Exactly, because this method trains your speed and helps you respond naturally every day.
So, if I practice this for 5 minutes daily, will I start responding automatically?
Yes, because repetition in real situations builds automatic responses over time.
So my brain stops searching and starts responding, right?
Sure, and that is when you begin to feel fluent.
Wow, that is what I want. So am I far from that level?
Not at all, because you already have the knowledge. You just need to activate it. And now, let's take this into a real situation so you can practice with me.
A real situation? Like what?
Like a taxi or Uber ride, where you need to speak fast and simple without thinking too much.
Now that sounds useful, right?
Exactly. So if you want to see how to handle that step by step, click on the next video, English in a Taxi or Uber, Simple Conversation in English, and practice with me there.
See you there. Bye.
Bye. See you there.